Hey everybody, this is SomerandomBritainIV the 4th, and this is Let's Play some Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke Challenge. Last time, we managed to go ahead and defeat the man named Maxi, and I made a bad pun about doing maximum damage, and apparently I sound British. Hooray, I'm British. Sweet. I've always wanted to be British. British is always fun. But no, actually the reason why I'm British, reason why I have a British accent is because I've been watching a lot of Rabiddluigi, so if you notice that, that's why. And whenever I watch things that are British... Oh, by the way, this is a Rabiddluigi cookie. Or a lava cookie. Lava cookies are basically full heals. They heal all your status problems. And, you know what? I'm just gonna sound British for the rest of this episode. Just because it's fun. So anyway, we got the lava cookie. And we defeated Maxi. And now we need to head south. But for some reason I'm not heading south. There I go. I'm heading south. And we're gonna battle a lot of trainers because, well, there we go. By the way, this episode's post-commentated because for some reason whenever I was in Audacity and I exported files, I exported the same one twice and forgot this one. So, what chimneys Jack and Pass? This is what I've always wanted in a mountain. The Jack and Bombination rocks my soul, yeah. I don't know, it does sound more Indian. It really does. Anyway, weightlifter Mike, the DB backer, would like to battle. And weightlifter Mike DB backer sends out a Geodude. And it's like, go Siren! You know, actually, you know what? I just remembered. This is the third time I've had to record this. The first time was because I forgot to save, and my laptop overheated. And because of that, my file was lost and I had to record. And then the sound file for this episode got lost, so now I'm recording this commentary for the third time. Anywho, Zigzagoon grows to level 8. Now the reason why I'm leveling up my Zigzagoon is due to the fact that I want to learn Strength. I don't want to teach it to any of my Pokemon, so I'm teaching it to Zigzagoon. The Zigzagoon can't learn it, but Linoone can, and it's level, at level 20. I don't know why, I forgot things there. Words, how do they work? Evolutions, how do they work? I don't know. But anyway, I had to stop there apparently for some reason. But anyway, Mike the DB back is about to send a Boltoy, and I'm not switching out. Siren's doing amazing. It's like, nope, I'm a special defense wall, so I'm not going to worry about that. Plus you're part ground, so I'm just going to go ahead and water pulse you, I think. And just knock you out. So anyway, as I'm recording this post-commentary, X and Y has been out for a while. So that's going to get kind of confusing whenever there are later episodes, and I'm debating about what starter I want. So the starter I went with in Pokemon X and Y was Froakie, but I traded with a friend, so that way we could both get all the starters for the 6th gen. So I also have a Chespin and a Finnegan. I didn't use Finnegan because there were way too many Fire-type Pokemon. That seems to be a thing with X and Y. There's way too many Fire-type Pokemon. People like Finnegan, people like Charmander, and people like Torchic, the event Pokemon. So, for a while I had, let's see, I had Froakie, Chespin, I had Kumbunskin, and then whenever I got Charmander and all kinds of stuff. So, let's see here. I think my final team ended with was, let's see, Greninja, Chestnut, Aegislash, not Aegislash, I didn't evolve him until like after I beat the game, so Duo Blade, oh, who else? Lucario. There's two more. Two freaking more. Raichu and Charizard. And of course, since I have Pokemon X, I got Charizard X, which is kind of the main reason why I wanted X. Charizard X is amazing. You just evolve him and it's like, bleh. But, I thought that Mega Evolutions are going to be overpowered, and to some degree they are, but yet, sometimes you have to strategically Mega Evolve. And as strange as it sounds, I got a Golbat, by the way. Its fangs easily puncture even thick on high, the left speed feeds and blood even Pokemon. It flits about in darkness and strikes from behind. So yeah, that's Golbat. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on screen because I'm a derp. And, you know, Golbat evolves into Crobat, and it's a really, really fast Pokemon. So, that's probably about all it has for it. But, you know, it's an okay Pokemon. It's a flying type, it's a poison type. I'm not gonna... Did I give... Oh yeah, I did give a nickname to this. I remember now. Yep, I'm gonna give a nickname to this guy. And my nickname for this guy is actually kind of funny, because it's Vlad. VLAD. Kind of like Vlad the Impaler. Sorry about that, I had to drink Dr. Pepper. Vlad the Impaler. And I keep sounding like I'm British, but yep, like I said, I'm going to do this in British thing the entire episode. So there you go. Vlad the Impaler was a man who lived in Transylvania. It's kind of based, it's what Dracula is based off of. And, you know, we're sitting there, and he was a big hero in the Crusades. And the reason why they call him Vlad the Impaler was because he didn't like intruders at his place. What? What are you doing here? What am I doing in a place like this? What business is of yours? And we get a random Team Magma battle. Anyway, back to the Vlad the Impaler thing. Vlad the Impaler was known for literally impaling people with pikes. And it kind of went from the rear up to the head. So he just kind of stuck it through them. It's just like all the way up. And he put these pikes all over his property to kind of deter people from coming to see him. So, there you go. Bit insane, that Vlad the Impaler. I got a buddy of mine that knows a lot about him because he did a research project on him. But anywho, I guess we're about to ramp things up. Yeah, I remember making that joke whenever I was originally recording this one. I was not sounding British. And Zigzagoon gained 129 experience points, and he grew to level 9. But yeah, whenever I watch something British, or whenever I watch something and they have an accent that I can copy, I copy it subconsciously. And like, right now, I'm not even thinking about doing a British accent, I just am. It's a weird thing. I'm getting rid of Tackle for Headbutt, just because Headbutt's strictly better than Tackle, and there you go. So yeah, I like Pokemon X and Y. I thought it was a great step into the Pokemon genre. Whenever I was playing, I was joking around with my friends. I was like, oh hey, check out this diagonal direction. Because I'd bought it, and a buddy of mine was driving, and another one didn't have his DS on him, and I had my DS on me, and I wasn't driving. And so I was like, hey guys, look at this, diagonal direction. And just messing with it, it's hilarious. Also, on Pokemon X, I finally caught my first shiny Pokemon. Like, legitimately shiny. Not like Red Gyarados, not like event Pokemon that are shiny. Not hacking, but legitimate shiny Pokemon. And, believe it or not, it was a Zoroark. And I should have ducked in a hideout right away. I got money! Money! Okay, apparently I can do that without being British. Anyway. Oh, okay, I admit it, you're strong. Don't worry about me, go do whatever you want. Alright, so I caught a shiny Zoroark, and, you know, it's like, what's this? It's a trainer. No, it's like, holy crap! Talking to my buddy Shinra said, he's like, I found a shiny Zoroark! It's like, holy crap! And strange thing, it was in the Pokemon Village where you find Zoroarks, and it was shiny, and I was like, so that's what a shiny Zoroark looks like. So I'm freaking out, it's like, oh crap! I gotta catch this thing. I don't want to use a Siren against that. I'll use Spitfire. Grass Mushroom. Grass Mushroom guy. Which was a okay fighting type. A grass fighting. Breloom. Evaded your attack there. But yeah, they did a lot of changes to X and Y. Some of them good, some of them Y. Kinda like for example, one of the changes was that electric Pokemon can't be paralyzed anymore, which I always thought should have been a thing to begin with anyway. But, kinda like how fire Pokemon can't be burned, and ice type Pokemon can be frozen. Well, electric types can't be paralyzed anymore. Another thing that I didn't like was they have changed all the stats of the moves. For example, Thunderbolts, which is a really good move, 95 power, 100 accuracy, everybody loved to use it. They changed it to 90. Now I know it's like 5 less, and I can kind of understand why, because, you know, they kind of change, they kind of weaken. I guess what they're trying to do is they were trying to even things out competitively, while not really changing the story for casual players all that much. Because, you know, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, all those 95, 100% accuracy moves, yeah, everybody loved to use those, and for good reason. But then they weakened those a little bit. Then they powered up other moves that weren't really used that much, and probably so hopes that way people could use those moves more, but kind of like Fury Cutter. But anyway, we defeated Swimmer Female Scott. It's like, oh no, the ground is too bumpy, I can't have a picnic. It's like, well, why would you be having a picnic in a mountain? Well, actually, that sounds like a good idea. It depends on really the mountain. We got the Swimmer Female Scott and the Puckinobby. It's like, hey, listen! It's like, no. 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 Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and switch. Oh, hello, screensaver. Yeah, I switched Spitfire because we're gonna have an impromptu double battle with this picnicker. I climb the hill every day in confidence of my strength. And then this guy's gonna be like, "Aye, it's scary not to shoot down the mountain in one go." Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of reckless. Shooting down a mountain on a bike, because you can easily fall off and roll down the mountain. So anyway, run first run, you know, shroomish, Magnemite, that kind of thing. But yeah, I like Pokemon X and Y. It's a lot of fun. I like to battle Chateau. It's easy to get money in that. It's like one of the problems was that they're all weak. And another problem, I think, is that the EXP share that they give you near the beginning, and I'm gonna sneeze. That's pretty gross. Okay. Anyway, the EXP share they give you, it's too good. It really is. It's just, you know, I even had it off for like the first, after I got to the second gym. Because I remember EXP all from the first games, right? First gen games, and basically that's what it is. And I thought, oh well, that's not gonna really help that much. I may as well just train them like normal. Then I was like, nah, whatever. I was getting into gym battles and stuff that, you know, I couldn't use certain Pokemon, and some Pokemon were higher than others, and so it's just like, okay, well, let's just turn it on anyway, so I get some experience. And you know, they get quite a bit of experience from that. You know, I mean, like, imagine if I had that thing on like the entire time. I would have been like at least 10 levels higher than the champion. But no, I was actually about. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, I think I was 10 levels higher than the champion. I'm not gonna spoil who the champion is, but you know, 10 levels higher than her, him, it. I don't know what gender that person is. I think it's a female. Anyway, Marilyn Monroe and Forrest Gump were defeated. It's like, what went wrong? And I feel like I'm falling apart. That would be your bike, sir, from going down that mountain like crazy. But anywho, yep, so we got that taken care of. Where we're going now is a place known as Lawbridge Town. We're probably about to battle this trainer, yep. So, Jagged Pass is hard to walk on, it's a good place for training, and apparently he's also British. But so am I. For this episode, anyway. And Analyst Wellington, Sir Duke of Wellington Beef. It's gonna send out a Zigzagoon. It's level 20. It should have evolved until the known, but it didn't. Now I have a siren. It goes woo. No, I was kidding. Actually, since I'm British, it goes. But anywho, Odor Sleuth. It's like, hello, I'm an Odor Sleuth. I've been identified, which means all his attacks are gonna hit me, and I'm gonna use Water Gun to kill him off. So there you go. It died. The end. Also reminds me, one thing I didn't like was, I kind of understand that they rushed X and Y. I mean, it seemed like, actually, was it only a couple years ago that they released Black and White 2, and then all of a sudden Pokemon X and Y? So, yeah, I can understand why they seemed rushed. But, because of the whole, there's only like 68 new Pokemon. But, you know, they added a whole lot of other Pokemon from other generations into the game, so it's kind of like a big, giant, melting pot mishmash of Pokemon in that game, and it's a lot of fun. I like it. If you haven't played it yet, and you're a fan of Pokemon, and you haven't bought a 3DS yet, or even a 2DS, but, I don't know, I'd just go for the 3DS. That would be a good reason to buy one, just because of Pokemon. Because if you're a fan of Pokemon, this is like the Pokemon game that you've been waiting for a very long while. By the way, if you head to the right, that takes you back to Mauville, but we don't want to go to Mauville. Welcome to Lawbridge. It's a small town, not really much. That lady there gives you an egg, but we don't really have enough room in our party, and that reminds me to grab that in future episodes. Anywho, I go over here and you go to the hot springs. I thought that the hot springs healed you, which is why I came here, but it didn't. So, they're claiming these hot springs are good for calming nervous tension, relieving stomach aching muscles, solving romantic problems, and attracting money. That sounds like one of those prescription medicine ads. You know, like to me, because I live in America, apparently that's not normal in other countries, but it is. I know it's normal in America because I live here, but apparently that's not normal in other countries. I thought that was normal everywhere, but it turns out it's not. So, yeah, there you go. Hello, welcome to Pokemon Center. We're going to restore your tired health. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going too fast because I probably didn't read it. I'm going to heal my Pokemon on screen. There we go. So yeah, I'm probably going to cut this out because I'm going to my... This is probably the part where I originally cut out in this episode. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about X and Y some more. So, I like playing with people online. And so, if you want to, you know, be friends with me on Pokemon X or Y, whichever one you have. I have Pokemon X. But, yeah, if you want to trade, battle, you know, friend safari, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to have my friend code flashed up on the screen here. So that way you guys know what my friend code is. So that way I can be friends with a whole bunch of different people. If you'd like to be friends with me, you can either post your friend code in a comment section, or you can just PM me your friend code, and I'll happily, you know, I'll add you as a friend on here, and, you know, we can battle and stuff. Do whatever. You know, have some fun. Cheerio, chip chip, all that. Give me strength, that sort of thing. Bog rolls, you know. I don't know why I mentioned toilet paper, but oh well. Anyway, this is the this is not Flannery. This is the Lubberage ship. The leader is Flannery. And basically, hey, how's it going, champion bound Michael? Lubberage, gym leader Flannery uses fire-type Pokemon. For Patrick, Pokemon burn stronger and hotter than 1,000 suns. Don't get too close, you'll burn. Better have a burn heal. Yeah, I remember that one. Burn heal. God. Anywho, yeah, basically, what you do is you travel through these tunnels of super hot water in order, and it's like a giant maze, and you have to find Flannery. And there are trainers within these tunnels. For example, a random impromptu surprise double battle, which apparently I like to hiccup. I know I'm hiccuping, but I'm hiccuping. It's probably because I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. And if my girlfriend were here right now, she'd be like, ew, ew, Dr. Pepper, it tastes gross. And no, she doesn't sound like that, but yeah. She doesn't like Dr. Pepper. I don't know why. I think it tastes good. Some people like Dr. Thunder. I like Dr. Pepper better, just because it's more flavorful. I think Dr. Thunder is just sweet. And Dr. Pepper is just more flavorful and it has more carbonation. It tastes good. And hey, there's an item on Zigzagoon. I hope I remember to pick that up. Probably did. I'm gonna send out Vlad, because I traded some Pokemon. So that way, you know, they wouldn't die to fire. That's, and you know, I like Crobat. So, Numel's dead. Yeah, Siren's gonna rock this gym like a hurricane. It's just gonna be like, boom, we're gonna destroy things. We're gonna kill people, water pulse, and water gun. And Zigzagoon's gonna learn Sand Attack. Nobody likes Sand Attack. But I don't know what's in my Friend Safari. I don't have any friends that are far enough into the game to be at Friend Safari in order to see what I have in the Friend Safari. So, yeah. I don't know what's in my Friend Safari, but you know, always, you know, if you do find out what's in my Friend Safari, please tell me, because I'm kind of curious, or what type I am, because Friend Safaris, okay, each person has like their kind of own little mini Safari zone, and there's like 3 Pokemon you can find within that Safari zone. There's like and it all depends on the type, because each person's a random type. Like I got a buddy of mine, Shinraset. Shinraset's a water type person, and he can find Quagsires and Panpools. I don't know what his third one is. I can't ever seem to find the third one. Even when he's online, I can't seem to find it. So I don't know what his third one is. But, yeah. You can find a whole bunch of different cool Pokemon. And I got another buddy of mine, his name's Clado, that's why I'm gonna call him on here, Clado. His is an Ice type, and you can find Bergmites, and you can also find Snowruns, which are actually rare, and you can't find those, like, in-game, except for at Friend Safaris. So, yeah, Snowruns. Snowrun, it's a good Pokemon. Hello! Ow, 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 ow. Yikes, it's hot. Can your Pokemon withstand 392-degree heat? No. Can you withstand 392-degree heat? Probably not, considering the fact that you are a person, and that's like very, very hot, no matter what scale you're measuring that on. And I remember mentioning that before. That Kecleon. I hate that Kecleon. Now, the reason why I hate that Kecleon is because... Screensaver. No. It's because... during my first recording of this, I had Beautifly out, and I was using it against Kecleon. And I didn't know Kecleon knew Flamethrower, but it knows Flamethrower. And it used it on my Beautifly, and it died. So, that kind of sucks. But luckily, due to not saving and... Well, not saving, but crashing, and due to happenstance and future knowledge, I didn't use it. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and Water Pulse that Numel, and going ahead and Fire Punching, Falcon Punching, that Kecleon. So, Fire Punch, Falcon Punch, it's super effective. It doesn't work whenever I'm British. It does not work. We're going to Water Pulse that Numel over there. Numel's going to die like a... I don't know, he's going to drop like a rock. Drop like a rock in the Dead Sea. So dense, it's just gonna go yeah. Actually, no, Dead Sea makes you float, so that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it'll be saltier than the Dead Sea. Dead Sea is really salty, and that's because, you know, it doesn't flow out. It has no outlet, and so it kind of builds and builds and builds and gets more salinity to it. That's a word, right? Leer, and it's gonna lower down your defense, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use Water Pulse because you're Fire type, or Poison type, or something. And it's super effective, and your color change makes it water. Now, if you're here and you watched my Pokemon Colosseum Let's Plays, I love you. In a friendly way, no homo, or whatever. Because but yeah. You guys are amazing if you've been watching me for that long. But if you remember from Pokemon Colosseum, I always loved messing with Kecleons because it's easy to mess with Kecleons with their abilities. Because all you have to do is change their type and then use a type that's strong against it and that kind of thing. And it's really interesting. And speaking of Kecleon's hidden ability in X and Y is Protean. And Protean is actually interesting because it changes its type to whatever move it used last. And that's kind of like a defense against its own ability, well, its previous ability. So that way it can, you know, have constant stab damage, and that's interesting. It didn't burn hotly enough. I'm pretty sure 392 degrees is pretty hot. Not like if you're comparing it to the sun or anything, but, you know, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out Vlad to second place here. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out Vlad and Siren, so that way we can go ahead and level up evenly. And I ran into a trainer. I'm trying to relieve my stress. Don't come along and stress me out. Well, you know, there's a hot spring right behind the Pokemon Center where you can do just that. And I have a question. Yes, your name is Pansy. That's hilarious. But, yeah, I have a question. How are you able to keep that fire lit underwater? How? I have no idea how you're able to do that, but that missed. I'm a tip. And my attack fell. That's lovely. I love it when my attack falls. It's always fun. There you go. You got confusion. It's like, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on here. Apparently Dr. Pepper tastes bad or something. I don't know. It's like, nope, I hit myself. No, actually, that's Hillary that thinks that Dr. Pepper tastes bad. I really don't know why. And, you know, if she were here right now and she knew I was drinking Dr. Pepper, she'd be like, Michael, I'm not kissing you for the rest of the day. Because she really doesn't like the taste of Dr. Pepper. If I'm drinking Dr. Pepper and I kiss her, then it's like... bleh. But that's okay, she can't kiss me if she eats fish. Or Mexican food. I don't like Mexican food. I'm like one of the weirdest people, apparently. Because I don't like Mexican food. It doesn't appeal to me. I mean, I sometimes like spicy food, I just don't like the seasonings they use. I don't know why, it's just... I don't like it. Anyway, hey, we got ourselves another trainer. I thought I was about to end the episode, but nope, we have ourselves a trainer. Yeah, Hot Sand. And this guy has a really, really long monologue. Blah, blah, blah. We don't really care about your monologue. Willpower, yada, yada, yada. So remember, if you guys want to face me, I'm about to end this episode, actually, because we're like 24:40, and then that's like almost 25 minutes. So this battle's gonna be quick. Or something. Maybe. I don't know. Supersonic. It missed. Why? Why do you miss? That's not fun. Missing isn't fun. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, something that I thought about, you know, something I don't think I've ever shared with you guys, is my theory. Well, it's not my theory, it's like the color thing, and it's something I'm interested in. And it's like, if you don't know physics, basically what color is whenever light shines on something, white light, it shines on something, and it reflects off of something, and it has different wavelengths. And those different wavelengths are what we interpret as color. Like, for example, let's see, siren is tan, and it's also like some kind of orangish red kind of thing. And that's because whenever light's on it, you know, that's the colors we interpret it as, because of the different wavelengths. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and head off here. So long, everybody. I'll finish up this theory next time. So long, everybody. God bless. And see you next episode. Goodbye. You're the weakest link. Goodbye. And end the episode. Well, that's the end of the episode anyway. Let's go ahead and go here and stop.